welcome to Easy Gluten Free. Today I'll be showing FaveHealthyRecipes.com how to use gluten-free Bisquick to make an easy carrot cake that's a little lighter. Now I'm going to be replacing about half the butter that I would normally use with applesauce. And besides just using grated carrots in the recipe, I'll also be using mashed sweet potatoes to add another dose of vitamins and beta-carotene. And for the cream cheese icing, I've used low-fat cream cheese and less butter to save even more calories. And I'm baking this in the disposable sheet pan, so you'll be consuming less icing per slice, and it'll make the whole thing easier to transport. Okay, to make the cake we'll need 2½ cups of gluten-free Bisquick. If you're not following a gluten-free diet, just visit the website and I'll show you what you can use in its place. 4 eggs, 1/2 cup of applesauce, 1 cup each of grated carrots and mashed sweet potatoes, 1/2 cup of melted butter, 3/4 of a cup of milk, 1½ cups of firmly packed brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And for the icing we'll need 8 ounces of low-fat cream cheese, 4 ounces of butter, both softened, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1½ cups of confectioner sugar. Oh, and you'll also need a little food coloring if you'd like to make the carrot detail on top. Alright, now preheat the oven to 350 degrees and grease a 9x13 sheet pan. Now in a large mixing bowl, whisk together the melted butter, milk, applesauce, eggs, sweet potatoes, carrot, brown sugar, pumpkin pie spice, and vanilla until everything is well combined. Add the Bisquick and stir until everything is well combined. Then spoon the thick batter into the prepared pan and spread it evenly across the bottom. You can use either a rubber spatula or the back of a spoon. Now bake the cake on the middle rack of your oven for 40 to 45 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. Then remove it from the oven and let it cool completely before icing. Now to make that icing, mix together the cream cheese, butter, and vanilla until smooth. Then gradually add the confectioner sugar and mix until it's all incorporated. I mixed it by hand, but you could use a mixer if it makes the job easier for you. Now spread the icing over the cake, but save about 4 tablespoons if you want to make the carrot decoration. Now for the green icing, I added 2 drops of green and 1 drop of yellow. And for the orange, I used 2 drops of red and 1 drop of yellow. Then I mixed it up and put it in these little sandwich bags before closing them up with twist ties. Then I snipped off a tiny corner and had a ready-made piping bag. Now first I put a dot of icing into each position so that the spacing would be marked pretty evenly. Then I piped a small straight line for each carrot, and then I went over them all again to make them a little thicker and more prominent on the cake. Next I used the green icing to make the carrot tops. Then I popped on the lid and put this in the fridge to chill. Now using this disposable 9x13 pan makes it really easy to transport the cake. But if you'd like to make this as a layer cake, the recipe could easily be baked in 2, 8, or 9-inch rounds. But another advantage to using a sheet cake is that it tends to save a few calories over a layer cake. Here you have just 1 layer of icing versus the 2 layers on a layer cake plus the sides. Now this was a basic carrot cake recipe, but if you'd like to add nuts like walnuts or pecans or raisins to this, feel free to stir in a 1/2 cup or so. I really hope you'll give this cake a try, and if you'd like to see the recipe in print, you could always visit my blog. And for additional recipes and tips to fit into your healthy lifestyle, visit my friends at FaveHealthyRecipes.com. See you again soon.